to direct staff to complete the appropriate details of the hiring process. Any comment from staff?
Julianne is here. You want to come up?
Hi.
There she is. We had 22 applicants, and we went through the process we always do with scoring their applications as far as education, experience, background. And then we did oral interviews of 7 of the candidates, and we feel she was the one for us. We think she'll do a good job, so we're asking that she be hired as per that memo.
She have the qualifications to fill in for you?
She will. She has the capability of learning all that accounting stuff.
CPA.
No.
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 Doesn't?
But she does have the, her credentials do show that she's been working in those kinds of areas, and so that was important to us to find someone who would have an aptitude and success in that area to move forward. So with the proper cross-training, that should happen.
She and her family live in town.
This seems like a long time to keep this position open. I thought it had closed, in fact, based on earlier discussions. Could we see, would it be possible to quickly see the employment process that the city follows?
You got a packet of that in May, a packet that showed you all the steps we're going to take. We followed the steps we always do. It's just that we didn't have time to get to it until lately. It just took us a long time to get to that point. It's the same. I mean, you have the packet in May, in your council packet, but
I guess it's a much longer period of time, and I'm just wondering, you know, that I'm typically aware of being used in the business sector, and so that's why I'm just wondering, just to verify, to make sure that everything is correct.
We went through the process and graded all of the employees, as we normally would do. And then we contacted, I think we called 8 to see, the top 8 to see if they were still available and interested. I think as the report says, there was one that had, in the process of taking another job and chose not to be interviewed. We got lucky, and I believe we sat here one day and interviewed all of them. And so we got through all 7 interviews at one time. Then we took some time to look at the results of that, review their references that they gave us. And quite honestly, there were probably 3 that were, you know, very close, neck and neck. And at the end of the day, we looked at what we were trying to accomplish, somewhat along Ted's thinking, in terms of looking for someone who has the aptitude for future ability to enter and understand the accounting system and payroll. Not that we're wishing anything bad on Kathy, but I think that's important that we do that, and knowing where Luann stands on wanting to change her career or not change her career. And so it became essential that we had someone with those skills as well as good skills with the public. And so we just kind of took it through a very deliberate step to make sure we were getting a quality person. And I believe
I guess maybe that's what I remember too, is the concerns at the time that the job description may not have fit the need for the city at
well, I think
moving forward, but
unless we were going to pay somebody to come in at a higher rate, which I don't think we want to. We wanted to bring someone in, introduce them to all of the city functions, which is pretty much this person ends up dealing with the public, the issues that come into City Hall, the staff that come into City Hall, the project issues that come in here. get them to understand that, and at some point, I would guess if this young lady progresses the way she's probably capable of, you would at some point be moving her in a different direction up that ladder. Would she fit those roles today? No. I think we were lucky to have someone apply that has the aptitude and capabilities, but was willing to take an entry-level position and work their way up. But I would see that coming at some point.
The current job description is broad enough so that someone is going to be stepping into all the different areas and learning all the different things. And so as the knowledge increases and as the job duties change, the job description could change, but that will take a little while before all that is doable.
And the other safeguard is we do have, there is a period of trial here, isn't there not?
Yeah, there's like a 3-month probation period. That's standard for all of our jobs.
When would she start?
As soon as she gives 2 weeks notice to her other employees, or employers, so.
She was hesitant to release anything until she knew she had a position, which was smart given today's world of work.
I heard there was a person that was almost summarily rejected because they didn't have any whatever, but the person said that they weren't even called and told they were rejected and they had filed. So I don't know what the whole situation there was, but sounds...
Everyone got a letter. If they weren't asked for an interview, they were given a letter thanking them for applying.
I hadn't heard about this person getting a letter,
Well,
so I don't know.
we did mail those out, and that's standard procedure for the city to do that. Now, if they
Unless
chose not
the
to.
application came in after our timeline.
There was one person who did apply well after the closing, and I mean, we can't, it'd be like accepting a bid after the fact, you can't do that, so.
How long was it open?
Boy,
It ran in the paper 2 times, I think.
it was in the paper and the journal
It was 2 or 3 weeks, or 3 weeks at least, 2 or 3 weeks.
after first passing in-house. It starts in-house first.
Yeah, it had to be posted 5 days in-house, and then it was in the paper 2 weeks, so that would be 3 weeks at least. And 22 applicants came in. I thought that was a considerable amount.
And most of the people we were interviewing were, working at other jobs and just looking for a change or something they felt was better. So they were all a little, concerned that we weren't running around getting them in trouble if they weren't going to get the job with their current employer. And, we tried to be respectful of that, still check them out, so.
But I think that's admirable. I'm not sure, what I'm concerned about, I guess maybe, is that typically if you don't fill the position within a certain time after the posting in the employment process that I'm familiar with, you have to close it. And I thought that the timeline that I'm familiar with would have been within this time frame. So I'm just a little bit nervous that, we might have missed that opportunity and would have to, that opportunity would have to be closed, another one open for it to be legal, but that's what I
The way
want.
our
I just want to
personnel-
make sure that we're verifying.
The way our personnel